Let us take example number 7 now. Let this statement that we need to prove, let us write this statement as P of n. So what is P of n? That this is greater than this, right? For all n belonging to natural numbers. Now for n equal to 1, I need to check whether P of 1 is true or not. So on the left side of this inequality, I'll have 1 squared, and on the right hand side I'll have 1 cubed by 3, and as you can see 1 is greater than 1 by 3, 1 is greater than 1 by 3, hence I can say P of 1 is a true statement. Now I will assume P of k to be true. So that will imply that 1 squared plus 2 squared plus up to k squared is greater than k cubed by 3. Okay, obviously k is also a natural number, right? K is one of these natural numbers, right? And let it be my first, now this is not an equation, so let it be my first statement or an inequality. Using this, if I can establish that P of k plus 1 is true, then I'll be able to say that by principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true. Now what I am trying to do is, I am trying to prove that 1 squared plus 2 squared plus up to k plus 1 squared is greater than k plus 1 cubed by 3. So this is something that I want to achieve, and using this statement only. So I will use this statement which I have assumed and prove this. Okay, let us see. Using this, what can I say? Can I add k plus 1 square on both sides? Because it is something positive. I can add something positive on both sides of inequality without changing the inequality. So yes, I can do that. So let me do that. What I have done here is I have added k plus 1 squared on both sides of this inequality. That is statement number 1. Now see, the left hand side has become the statement of my P of k plus 1, right? So I just need to manipulate this right hand side and bring it equal to this. So let us focus on right hand side. Okay, you should keep on writing this here, okay, but I'll write only the statement on right hand side. Let us open this bracket. This will be k square plus I'll multiply this 3 also. Okay, so 3k square plus 3 plus 6k and divided by 3. Okay, now you should also be smart enough to know that k plus 1 cubed is equal to k cubed plus 1 plus 3k into k plus 1, or in other words you can say that it is equal to k cubed plus 3k squared plus 3k plus 1, right? If you know this much, that this statement here is k plus 1 cubed, then you will be able to identify that I can separate this term k cubed plus 3k square plus out of this 6k I am writing 3k here, and out of this 3 I am writing 1 here, and rest I'll write here 3k plus 2. Now if you see 3k plus 3k will give me 6k, and this 1 plus 2 will give me 3. So let me write it like this for a moment. Now if you see, this portion is k plus 1 cubed. So let me write it greater than k plus 1 cubed by 3 plus, I am separating this 3k plus 2 by 3. Now this statement on the left hand side is greater than what is written on the right hand side here. Now it is of the same type that we discussed in previous questions, that if it is written that 5 is greater than 3 plus 1, then 5 will definitely be greater than 3. So if something positive is being it is added here, if 5 is greater than 3 plus 1, so 5 will be greater than 3. I can lose this 1, right? But if it would have been something negative, I cannot do that, right? This is some basic common sense, that I can lose this positive portion. But what I'm trying to say is, if it was written like this, 5 is greater than 6 minus 2, then I cannot lose this negative portion and say 5 is greater than 6. Then it would have been an incorrect statement. But now 5 is greater than 3 plus 1, and 5 will be greater than 3. Okay, so if this portion on the this expression on the left hand side is greater than this plus this, where k is a natural number, we know it, right? So this is something positive. So I can say that if this is greater than this plus this, then this will be definitely greater than k plus 1 cubed by 3. So which says that p of k plus 1 is true. So I can say p of k plus 1 is true. Now finally you need to write that statement that p of 1 is true, and whenever p of k is true, p of k plus 1 is also true. Or you can say the truth of p of k implies the truth of p of k plus 1. Hence, by principle of mathematical induction, the given statement or p of n is true. Now we need to prove this. So first of all, let us consider this statement to be Pn. Okay, check its validity for p of 1. So ab raised to power 1 is equal to a raised to power 1 into b raised to power 1. So this left hand side will give me ab, and right hand side also gives me ab. Hence I can say p of 1 is true. P of 1 is true. Now let it be true for p of k. Assume p of k is true. Okay, write the complete statement. Then I can say ab raised to power k is equal to a raised to power k into b raised to power k, and let this be my equation number 1. Using this, I need to prove the statement to be true for k plus 1, or I need to prove that p of k plus 1 is true. Or in your mind you should have that what you need to prove is this: ab raised to power k plus 1 is equal to a raised to power k plus 1 into b raised to power k plus 1. This is something that you need to achieve. Okay, and using this, so multiplying this equality by ab on both sides, so using 1, I can say ab raised to power k into ab is equal to a raised to power k into b raised to power k into ab. Okay, now if you see, the base is same, so I can add the powers. So ab raised to power k plus 1 here is equal to, now consider this and this, the base is same, so I can write a raised to power k plus 1 into b raised to power k into b can be written as b raised to power k plus 1, which is p of k plus 1. So p of k plus 1 is true, right? Because p of k is true, then this implies that p of k plus 1 is also true. Hence I can say that by principle of mathematical induction, p of n is true, or in other words, a b raised to power n is equal to a raised to power n into b raised to power n. All right. Now by following the principle of mathematical induction, prove these. So let me check for, now this is p of n. Okay, this statement is p of n. So let me check for p of 1. Left hand side is 1, right hand side is 3 raised to power 1 minus 1 by 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. So left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence I can say P of 1 is true. Assume P of k to be true. So I can say 1 plus 3 squared plus, I am going up to 3 raised to power k minus 1. Okay, and it is equal to 3 raised to power k minus 1 divided by 2, and this is my equation number 1. I have assumed P of k to be true. Now I will show that P of k plus 1 is also true using this, right? So now you need to keep in your mind your objective. What is that? It is that 1 plus 3 squared plus up to, you need to go up to 3 raised to power k, because this was k minus 1. So if you replace this k with k plus 1, you will reach at 3 raised to power k. Or I can say that the previous term of this 3 raised to power k is 3 raised to power k minus 1, right? And on the right hand side you will require 3 raised to power k plus 1 minus 1 by 2. So if you can prove this, then you will be able to say that P of k plus 1 is true. Now I will use this first statement to do just that. Okay. So if I add 3 raised to power k on both sides, so using 1, I can say 1 plus 3 squared plus 3 raised to power k minus 1 plus 3 raised to power k, it is equal to 3 raised to power k minus 1 by 2 plus 3 raised to power k, right? I have just used this and added 3 raised to power k on both sides. On the left hand side I have got the left hand side of P of k plus 1. Now I just need to manipulate the right hand side. So what is my right hand side? 3 raised to power k minus 1, and then this 2 will be multiplied with this, so it will be 2 into 3 raised to power k whole divided by 2. Now this is 3 raised to power k and this is 2 into 3 raised to power k, so 3 into 3 raised to power k minus 1 divided by 2. What is 3 into 3 raised to power k? It can be written as 3 raised to power k plus 1 minus 1 by 2. So if this statement is equal to this, I can say P of k plus 1 is true. Hence P of k plus 1 is true. I have already prepared your mind for this, right? Because we had to show this, which we have shown. So then the statement, the usual statement that you write, you can write that the truth of P of k implies the truth of P of k plus 1. Hence, by principle of mathematical induction, we can say that the statement P of n is true. Now let us work on this statement here. So let it be Pn. Okay, check for n equal to 1. For n equal to 1, left hand side is 1 cubed, right, that is 1. What is right hand side? Right hand side is 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2, then squared. This is 2, so it will be cancelled. 1 squared is 1. So left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence I can say P of 1 is true. This is my first step or base step. This is my base step. Now the inductive step. So assume P of k to be true. That would imply that 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus 3 cubed plus up to k cubed is equal to k into k plus 1 upon 2 squared, right? Let this be my statement number 1 or my equation number 1, which I am going to use to show that P of k plus 1 is true. And what would P of k plus 1 look like? Let us have that imprint in our mind. For your convenience, I am writing it here. What are you expecting from this exercise that you need to achieve? This on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you will require, at every place of k you require k plus 1. So you will require something like this, k plus 1, and then in place of this k you will require k plus 1. So k plus 1 plus this 1 will become k plus 2 divided by 2 and then squared. This is something that you are looking for to be able to prove that P of k plus 1 is true. And what will you use to do that? You will use this equation. So using this equation, I will add k plus 1 cube on both sides. So adding k plus 1 cube on both sides. Or what you can do is you can write this statement, and then in place of this you can replace this. Okay, but what I'm doing is I'm using this statement and adding k plus 1 cubed on both sides because I already know what I require. So k cubed plus k plus 1 cubed, and on the right hand side I have got k into k plus 1 by 2 whole squared plus k plus 1 cubed. So my left hand side is achieved. This is what I require on my left hand side. On the right hand side I require something like this. So I'll have to work a little bit on right hand side, or I'll have to manipulate the right hand side to bring it in this form. So let's do that. So this is k into k plus 1. So I can write as k square into k plus 1 squared, and then there is 4 in the denominator, right? So there is this 4 in the denominator. So let me take this 4 here. 4 into k plus 1 cubed divided by 2. Okay, now you see what I can take outside is k plus 1 squared, right? K plus 1 squared and k plus 1 squared from here. So from this first term I'll have k square, and from here I'll have k plus 1. So let me write it as 4k plus 4, and then this entire term is divided by 4. This should be 4 here because square of 2 is 4, right? That is why I multiplied this term with 4. Alright, so if you notice, this is nothing but k plus 2 whole squared. So k plus 1 whole squared into k plus 2 whole squared divided by 4, or you can write it in your desirable form like k plus 1 into k plus 2 divided by 2 whole squared. So if this is equal to this, then I can say that p of k plus 1 is true, right? And then the statement that you write at the end of every question, that p of 1 is true and truth of p of k implies the truth of p of k plus 1. Hence by principle of mathematical induction, the statement p of n is true for all n belonging to natural numbers. Okay, all right.